All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. It is 9:01 Eastern Standard Time this morning. Ready to rock for the Morning Note. Ready to answer your questions and talk about the market. Let's go ahead and get started. Bottom right-hand corner of your screen is a little black logo. Click on that. Turn on notifications. If you love the content, make sure to hit that like button if you do. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's rock and roll. All right. Dow futures up 66 points. NASDAQ up about one. S&P flat. Russell 2000 is also flat. Took that IWM trade yesterday. Well done, team. 10-year Treasury yields 3.045. Bank of America put out an interesting note on that. 108 flat on the dollar index. That's down today. That's helping commodities slightly. Volatility index up about 0.69%, 2193. Crude oil is down 92.40, pretty flat. Gasoline futures 264, that's flat. Natural gas is up 1.65%. Watching CNBC overhead me. Fed Chair Powell will be speaking at 10 a.m. this morning from Wyoming, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Gold futures down 0.63%, so the dollar not exactly doing any favors for them. Silver up 0.55%. Copper futures up 1.84%. Dollar yen up about 15 pips. Euro above the parity level up 55 pips, 1.0031. And okay. Let's see here. Ethereum futures are down 1.59%, 1670 and 21,630 for Bitcoin futures. Let's go straight into S&P futures. And that's exactly what I'm looking at. So again, I like to go long here. There is a gap to fill here at 42.27. Not a ton of room to do anything, to be completely honest with you. I'm going to be more of the let's wait and see approach from Powell. But again, this is probably a place where I'm leaning long, and I think we do go and end the day higher. My call for today, more than likely, is probably going to be 42.23. That's that 50% retracement. I'll say that's where we get to. We'll probably fill that gap to 42.27 and kind of close the day there. And the reason I say that is really just technicals more than anything else. That green shoot yesterday after the before the close at 3 was pretty big. I thought that maybe we would reject that 41.87 level and then roll over and start a possible head and shoulders pattern. But that's more than likely invalidated now as we're starting to get that push now. Again, 42.23 is that gap I'm looking for on the 1 hour chart. There it is. You can see it right there, 42.27. So again, that's probably the level I'm going to go ahead and look for. I don't have any positions open, but again, watching and waiting patiently to see what Fed Chair Powell speaks of. Let's go ahead and take a look at IWM. I may want to get into this one again. If we break 196.13, there is two gaps to fill. There's one right here at 198. That will be my target for next week. There's one right there. And there's actually one right here. So you got one up to 200. So let's keep an eye on the volume as we go along through the day. But at 10 a.m., all eyes will be on Chairman Powell as we go. So IWM being that one. Let's answer some questions here. Would you short gold or silver today? No, because if the dollar sinks with a dovish Fed Chair Powell or a dovish Fed speak, then the dollar will go down and gold should go up because it's priced into dollars. Now, that really depends on where do you see gold moving from here. Let's go and take a look at gold on the daily. We've been kind of talking about a clear level on the three week chart, or the weekly chart, excuse me, 3 years, 1671. If you did want to short, that's actually not a bad place to do it. If you're trading futures, I wouldn't trade GLD anymore. I got tired of trading that crap, GLD and SLV. I'd rather just trade actual equities themselves or ETFs. But again, when it comes to commodities, maybe you have MetaTrader and you're doing XAU USD. It's actually not a bad setup to get down to 1672. Would I run out and do it now? I wait for 1750 to confirm. Just get you 10 more dollars, and we'll go and you'll go from there. One other trade I'm looking for is AMD. I know AMD comes up a lot in my eyes. 97.30 is my level to break. There is another gap to fill at 100. I would buy either the 99s or the 100s, depending on volume for next week. Everything I'm doing is for next week. I don't want to do anything for today expiry. I don't want to live crazy that way. QQQ. I was watching Qs. It is above 320. I wanted it to kind of open below that. Maybe I can get a shot to 322. Looks like we're just going to go straight there. So a lot of bullish price action, especially at 3 o'clock hour. But again, let's just wait and see what Uncle Joe has to say. Uncle Jerome, excuse me. Made a 3.6 off 10 NVIDIA 170 calls yesterday. Let's go. Only NVIDIA for the past year, like 4 months. Awesome. Awesome. I was in your service, bro. You're a go. Thank you so much, Eric. Congratulations on your win. Very well done. I love it. I love when everyone's kicking ass. Thoughts on Chinese news? Well, I have BABA and NEO, and the reason they are shooting higher is an audit agreement with the United States government and the SEC. So what they're trying to do is to make sure that these companies are actually make things and actually are not scams. If anyone remembers a Lunkin Coffee? Uh, that's basically what the United States is trying to do, protect investors. Looks like they are tantamount to a deal right now. Again, you can see the stock on BABA's up $5. Neo, I also own. Let me see if I can get that here. Neo, that thing is up about $1 pre-market, so that's good news. But again, a lot of moving parts. I just think that's interesting that the Chinese government is willing to do deals with the United States, even with this Taiwan stuff. Again, I don't really care much for politics, at least publicly. Who cares? That's not going to get you paid. But at the end of the day, I guess the Chinese are okay with making some kind of deals with the Americans, knowing that they have visited Taiwan and another senator just went to Taiwan. So maybe it isn't as bad as everyone thought. And that's usually the case. It's never as bad as we think. That's pretty much how it goes. We got some economic news today. Let's go to Forex Factory and take a look at it. We had core PCE price index. The actual was 0.1%. That's a beat. It was a miss. It was less than expected, but it's a beat. We want it less than expected. We want uh, we want lower inflation. Yes, that's what we want, and that's what the Fed looks at. Core PCE. So looking at personal income, that's a miss. 0.2% versus 0.06. Personal spending month over month was down. Was actually only up 0.1%. That's a miss. Goods trade balance is actually better than expected minus 89.1 billion. That's a deficit. Preliminary wholesale inventories 0.8%. The forecast was 1.3%, so not that bad. Not a lot of inventory carry. We also have University of Michigan consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. I'll keep an eye on there. I'll keep an eye on that for you because that is, I can't say a market mover, but it's kind of important to know the sentiment survey as we go. CFTC will release their not the trades, but I guess their inflows in S&P futures and commodities. I'll get that to you guys when I see it on the Bloomberg on Instagram. All right, guys. Let's see here. Morning, Carlos. Thoughts on SPY? Let's take a look at it. SPY, I like. I like futures long here too. The only issue is, let's see if we are running out of room. The only thing with SPY, I wanted to get into the 424s or 425s. I think I probably missed that boat. So again, the best bet would have been to buy it yesterday, obviously, or yesterday evening. But with that being said, again, we do have that 50% retracement. That's at 421.08. I think we get to around 424 anyways. That is 424 should get right here. If we're going based on S&P, I think we just close around 419, 421.13. That's the 50% retracement. I think that's kind of where we settle in for the week, but we'll probably get a little high to around 423, 422 for the day, and then pull back a little bit. But again, I think we still end up at 421. So again, we're running out of room to really do much unless we're getting a complete breakout, which would be nice. Eric says, most services don't give an F about managing risk for members. You did. I learned to manage risk thanks to you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. That's very kind words. If ES manages to stay above 4,200, it would be nice. I agree 100%. Again, if you're looking at S&P futures, again, you really want to stay above that. Really 4188, but 4,200 is a good round number to look at. We're now tapping the 200 day on the hourly. Again, 4223, in my opinion, seems to be a no-brainer. That you're going to get there. The problem is that if you're trading options on it, that's a tough one because it's not only just getting the strike, but you need the demand and you need to make sure you get it on time. So it's not an easy thing to do to trade options. Not like futures where you just have a price, or Forex, you just have a price. Options trades expire. So something to think about. But again, really, the real MVP of here has been this formation. How about this? Huh? Just perfect megaphone formation. I've been posting it like crazy on Instagram. You guys have been loving it. All the charts on Instagram, so awesome. So again, this yellow line here gets us that kind of that head and shoulders formation. We broke above that. So again, I can remove this moving forward. Thank God we don't have that inverse head and shoulders. So the bulls, huh? How about that? Retesting that trend line, higher lows, higher highs. We may go a little higher, that's for sure. Now, I did buy some stock yesterday, about SpyG, as I do every Thursday. But in terms of putting a ton of cash to work, just not there yet. Not there yet. Not convinced. Still need to see what the Fed does. What time does Powell speak? He speaks at 10 a.m. this morning. That'll be in about 45 minutes. I will be watching as always. So, members on the Discord channel, I will keep you guys up to date on the market blog. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great rest of your afternoon. I will catch you guys on Monday for the morning note. And we have F1 racing, we got EPL, and we're so close to NFL weekend and college football. Oh my God, what a time to be alive, the fall season. Can't wait. Finally, F1 is back. Go Mercedes. Go Lewis. We'll see you guys later. Cheers.